we're going to learn going beyond pie chart directly from Excel. And this particular template is available when you go to File, New, and then type going beyond pie chart. And similar template will come up. And today we're going to learn more of pie chart, donut chart, sunburst chart, and the slicer chart, and so on and so forth, right? Please stay tuned. So you can find the tabs are there, like 1 to 25 tabs are there. It has been beautifully been described. Quickly we'll go and learn how to format it, how to enable it, and all that we're going to learn. Let's start. So first thing first, when should you use a pie chart? That's a question, right? Of course, when you need to show the parts, in other words, discrete data and variable data when you have, right? So like a slices that make up a whole. For example, let's say I'm just going to the data set. The data set is there in this one. So this is the data set I have. Maybe I'll cut and paste it there. So yeah, I'll keep it here. So this is the data set I have. So this data set, what I need to do is that I need to create the pie chart. So basically it tells that salesperson how much is there, and this is the title we have, right? So what we can do is that just click here, and I mean you can just click and get the almost similar one, right? You can go to insert and recommended chart, and then pie chart. In the pie chart, almost similar one we have got it, right? So also color also same, right? Just add it. So almost similar one. If you want the name, you can also add the names also as well, right? So this is how we can easily get the names also as well. In the formatting, you can go in the data label. If you wanted to keep it the names also, you can do it. Or you also have some other format also, you will be able to do it. Okay. This is one way of doing it. Okay. The next thing is that let's say if you wanted to, so this is what we learn, that you have a data that need to be classified here. Here we saw a name, and here we have category data as a location, like for location, and you'll be able to do that. So for example, let's say only this particular one you wanted to call that out, so you can also do that, right? And notice how the number of category determine how many slices end up in the pie chart, right? Always it goes in the clockwise direction. For example, this is the location A is high value, and followed by the location B, C, and last D, right? So it is always going in the clockwise direction. And another thing is that to go beyond beforehand is that get a title, right? So you can also have that every time when you have that title, you can call that title here also as well, right? So you can add the title, and then you will be able to. So for example, in the title, you can add the title also as well. This is also one of the easiest way to introduce the title also as well, right? And then you have the same thing. You wanted to call that out. As I said, that it always goes in the clockwise direction. Okay, let's summarize. So this is what we have learned in this one. Let's say, so in create, we can just, this is the data set I have, and then I can go and then create this pie chart. And in the pie chart, then we can enable it, the data labels, and the data call out also you can do if you wanted to call that any value. Let's say you wanted to call that out, we have learned that. So data labels, and then particular one you can drag it, so automatically it will, this particular one will be called out, right? So okay, this is one of the easy way to do it. And then sorting also we have learned. So automatic we can sort, right click and click the number and sort the data. For example, right click and sort largest to smallest, right? Whatever the values you want, right? You'll be able to sort that actually. All, and then and the same thing, you can also, for example, select this data, and sort by Z to A, or and maybe I can put A to Z, or whatever the values you have, you will be able to sort. And then you'll be able to insert, and then you can change the design. In the design, you will be able to add the colors, everything. Okay. So now you made a pie chart. That's great, but you make it even better. one way to do that is to directly label the slices using the data labels, right? For example, in this data labels, we can do that. Let's try below. So this is the data set we have, and then I'm just adding the pie chart, and then this is what you can easily do it, right? So and then add that one, and if you want to call out, you can also add that also as well, right? So that's how we can easily, almost a similar one we have got it here also, right? And then moving to the next one, let's make the label even better, right? How we can make the even better, the label even better. Data labels can show the values as shown below, but they can also show each category. Now, give it a shot yourself by following the below step. Okay, right click the slice, I mean, and format the data. Right click and format the data, and then format data labels. In the format data labels, you have category name, right? In the panel. Okay, now I have done it. There is an exercise here, right? So in that you have the category name, right? So come back to this one, category name, and separator you can add it there, that also as well, right? So this is how we can easily do that. Okay, let's go to the next one. Right, so easily we can neatly we can add it, right? So, and if you want that anything to be called out by different thing to emphasize or de-emphasize, you can also do that. This is useful when the chart is in the PowerPoint slide. You need the audience to focus on one of the slices. You can do, for example, simply select the data, and then you want only one chart to be in different color, you can do it. For example, I want some other color, you will, of course you will be able to do it, right? So for example, let's say, only one particular chart. If you wanted to do it, you can go to format and then shape fill. In that, let's say this green whole thing is been shape is there. Let's say we are interested only one slice, right? So yeah, so you'll be able to change that, right? All right, so let's go to the next one. This is how we learn that, right? So right click, practice you using the color, right? Format the data we learn, and format the data series we learn, and then fill the icons, right? That also we learn, right? Icons label also we've learned, and then formatting, coloring, and all that we have learned, right? Let's go to the next one. So here another tip, considering the creating the, how about a donut chart? Donut chart also will be useful, and it is easy to compare that also as well. For example, instead of pie chart, donut chart also will be easy, right? The same data, I'll keep it in both. So same data set I have. This is the pie chart. This is the pie chart, and the same thing I will create again once again. Otherwise, the value will get replaced. I mean, the graph will get, sorry, the graph will get replaced. So again, I'm just what I'm doing it. I can create this also as well, right? Donut chart. So both the things, again, formatting, all that, slicing, the erasing, formatting, all that we can easily change. By if you want percentage, you can get the percentage. If you want labels, you can create the labels, and so on and so forth, right? Almost similar one we have got it here, and of course the coloring and all that we can change. And as we need, we can add that the data labels. And if you don't want the label data labels, you want that some call out, you can do. If you want a legend to be added, you can add the legends and all that, right? Similarly here also as well, in a chart, you can add that data labels also as well. Let's say data labels in center, and let's say you want some call out, you can do all that, you can easily complete it, right? Okay, fine. So let's go to the next one. So this is what we have practiced. This is the data we have. Let's say we need to create the donut chart. Let's do it the donut chart. So donut chart we'll find under the pie chart. The last one is the donut chart. Have a click on it, and the donut chart is ready. Fantastic. So now what we need to do, insert and pie chart, donut chart. Move the chart if you need to. Then right click any arc, right? For example, right, if you want, and data format series is there, right? So data format series, let anything like do not so if you want the bigger one you can do, or the smaller one you can do, or the angles if you wanted to change you can change, right? Donut size if you want, like let's say I want the donut size to be bigger, then you can do it, right? Maybe I'll make it like this, right? So anything as per the requirement we can do that, and add the data labels, right click and add the data labels, right? So now it is bit clumsy, right? So maybe what I will do, I will just make this here, and then okay, name category and separator. Let's say for separator line chart, delete the legends. Let's say if you want, you don't want the one, we can delete the legends. And we made the total circle now. And now below something for you to do, right click and bring to front. Right click and bring to front. You can also do that this also as well, right? So let's say right click, bring to front, and then let's say this is what I can keep it in the center, right? Okay, so let's go to the 13th one. Let's say very clumsy, right? Sometime pie chart can have a problem. Why? Because when you have a large set of categories, it is not, it is not easy to interpret it, right? For example, this one. So what you can do, you can bifurcate by values like this. So you can bifurcate, and we can see that the EV has got the biggest sale, and we can easily make out and all that, right? So first problem to be aware of, a 3D pie chart can distort the slices, making the front slices look larger than they really. In general, we don't recommend using pie chart as such, right? Why pie chart is not recommended? For example, let's say this the data set is there, and you have and pie chart, and of course this can be tricky also as well, right? So that's the reason we don't need to use the pie chart as such. I mean the chart with the 3D, we don't need to use it as such. Okay, let's say this is a very clumsy we have, right? And now if you have the data like this, what we can do is that we can just have this small value, you can just bring it by call out. Call out is one of the way in which we can easily do it. For example, so what we can do, so this is the data set we have. Select the data set, great, and go to recommended chart, all chart, pie, and then this is the value we got it, great. So then add the one, and then I add the data at the end, or data call out, right? In the call out form also you can easily add it, so we can easily see. If you just increase it, you will be able to have that better readability, right? This way also we can do it. Let's what the practice session we did it. Let's go to 17th one. Let's say so the better one, instead of this one, we can come back and switch to one. Of the problem is that slices too much similar, and it's very difficult to, it is hard to identify anything useful. For example, what is who is the leading sales representative? It is very difficult to understand, right? So in such cases, if you have like that, so let's say this is your data set, you can just select like this bar chart or compare chart like this, you can easily do it. And of course, if you can just increase it so that you can easily, we can identify that, right? So the next one is that again, the practice changing from the pie chart to a bar chart. Bar chart is super easy. So you have a chart, and then you can have the bar chart. So so bar chart you can find it here, and like this you can do. This is one way, right? Bar chart we can do, that is also one of the recommended if you have large set of data. And let's say this is the 3-year data you have here. Another issue, pie chart overload. So one by one we are showing it and all that, right? So for example, we can't concentrate like this is 7% increase to 25%, 54. But if you look at the other one, like 33%, 42, and then it came down, right? So it is very difficult to do it. So for that, what we can do is that, let me just show you this. Okay, let me undo it all that. Okay, so first you select the data set and go to insert, pivot, and then existing, maybe I'll keep it the destination somewhere here. Okay, I will keep it here, give okay. Okay, so now name I will keep it in the rows, right? And in the columns I will keep it all the 3 years, and then I will just write this one, control shift percentage. Now we got the percentage. Now you will be able to do that any of the charts much easy, right? It is easy comparable, and we can see how much, whether year and year we are increasing or decreasing. Like this we can easily compare. This is the test for us, right? So this way we can do it. Or if you want it together, we can also change the chart also as well, right? Change the chart. If you want like this, you can see, right? We can easily compare and see who is leading it and all that, right? Okay. And let's say when you have a large set of data with more category, more than two category, you have campus is one category, type, representative, then the best thing to do is that sun bus chart. So sunburst chart, you can see here how beautifully it has come, right? So if you campus type and representative, and automatically first sunburst is that campus, four campus, right? Followed by type, followed by representative, followed by week number, right? And followed by sales. So it can easily give the meaningful one, right? So this is also helpful. And then so this is what we can practice it. We can also create the sunburst chart using this data label. How we can do this is the test. You can need to go select the data chart design, change that chart type, and then in the chart type you can put like right click sunburst, you can find it, right? Change the chart type, and then I'm just clicking to sunburst. So in the sunburst, you can see that automatically it has created, right? So now this is great. And all I need to do is that I need to invoke the values, right? Right click and add the data labels. That's all. Finish. This is how we can easily add the data labels. So data labels together, I can add it. So just click here and add the data labels. Let me see data labels. Just add the data label. Fantastic. So this has been there, right? And then format the data labels in the category, and in the category we want the values, everything. You can also keep it the values and all that, right? So now the names are there, and now right click any of the data label, click format data cell, for example this one, and then further format data cells. Then select both the category name and value, right? Category name and value. So both you'll be able to drag and have that, right? This is how we can sunburst can be easily created. So when you have a data like this, you can also one last thing before you go. So this is the data we have, like now only month we have, representative have, how much sales we have. The best thing is that we can do it through the pivot table. How? Insert pivot table, and this creating somewhere here, and then I'm just adding it the row. So okay, and then you have that name. I'm just keeping it here. Maybe I can select and add the labels here, right? I want, and then I can start by large to one, and then this is almost this is by a month, right? Or by name also we can have. Let's say by name we will want, instead of Jan, what I will put, I'll put by name. So name also, it almost similar one also we got it. So it becomes much easy, and let me keep it by month so that it can be easy. Right? We can easily do by sales and all that. We can easily do. The last and final one is that so you can practice it. Let's say this is the data we have, and what we need to do, insert and pivot table. We have done, and let's say I'm keeping the pivot table here. Okay, maybe here. This is done. Create a pivot table and existing worksheet location F18. So let's say it is asking for F18. I have kept it in F18 in the pivot table. panel, right? And all that sales and all that we can keep it representative. Maybe I will create here. Let's say I wanted to keep it by representative, right? Okay. And then we can you'll be able to have that design, right? And select the chart. Let's say we need the chart, and if you want any other chart to be given, you can just change that design and do it. I hope you find it useful. This is a very detailed video on going beyond pie chart. You have made some great piece, right? Good job. And then if you want to learn more, you can also do that. So in chart we have learned pie chart, donut chart, sunburst chart, and everything. So thank you so much.